Are you depressed, or are you just living in a broken system? We're told not to let our environment affect us, to find the silver lining. But how do you keep going on in a world that keeps us trapped in fear, economic anxiety, and existential dread? Hi, welcome back to the Conversation Corner, a series where I talk about a new topic that's been on my mind or suggested by users to strike up conversation in an online space that feels far too fast for connection. Take a break from the doom scroll and have a chat. So in his book Capitalist Realism, Mark Fisher says instead of treating stress as incumbent on individuals to resolve their own psychological distress, instead, that is, of accepting the vast privatization of stress that has taken place over the last 30 years, we need to ask, how has it become acceptable that so many people, and especially so many young people, are ill? The mental health plague in capitalist societies would suggest that, instead of being the only social system that works, capitalism is inherently dysfunctional, and that the cost of it appearing to work is very high. Fisher describes this cost as the mental toll that capital places on citizens, which are then diagnosed as illnesses and can be commodified through a privatized health industry. And some of the studies support Fisher's theory. Rates of depression, anxiety, and countless other mental illnesses have been on the rise as late-stage capitalism takes a greater toll on its population. Like, just saying, how can we expect someone to not be depressed or anxious when they are presented with the worst job market in decades, a planet on fire from cycles of fossil fuel production, and a cost of living that is seemingly so high the government expects people to just die in the streets? At the time of writing, 60% of Americans cannot afford the basic quality of life. Tell me, would you be all hunky-dory knowing you can't afford food, water, shelter, or any of the luxuries that are supposed to come with having a job in America? If not, it's easy as pie to get diagnosed by a professional and get the proper medication, as long as you engage in the privatized healthcare industry where you either pay thousands for basic medications that are cheaper in other countries or pay for insurance in the event that you are ever in need of medical attention. I have no doubt that mental illnesses are legitimate diagnoses. I'm not trying to conspiracy theory my way into saying every single doctor is a secret venture capitalist or that depression isn't real. Instead, I'm trying to point at the evil cycle a broken system perpetuates. Our environment is seemingly designed to make people unhappy, and as a result, simply existing in this world can be enough to motivate feelings of depression, nihilism, anxiety, existentialism, and so on. So I hope that maybe could make you feel a little bit less alone if you're feeling mental health struggles. And anyways, I hope you enjoy the conversation. Leave some comments on what to chat about next and your thoughts on this topic. I'll talk to you guys later.